Hello, and welcome to vlog number 9. 3 weeks ago now, I said in the video that when I was getting ready for my surgery and going through my surgery, there wouldn't be any delays in my uploads. And it turns out that was a lie. Getting ready for my surgery, I was so busy trying to get everything out to paint and powder so that while I'm spending my time at home, everything's still churning through the process. And then the surgery itself fully took me out. I thought I'd be able to edit some video and some photo over the last week, but it wasn't able to happen. So now you have 2 vlogs in one. Next week I'm going to film an About Me and an About Wizard. So I'm going to run it as a bit of a Q&A. So if you have any specific questions about frame building, how I got into it, or anything like that, ask it in the comments below and I'll get to it in the next video. We got 2 weeks of footage. We do a bunch of facing and chasing. We build 2 pairs of handlebars. We do some black oxide treatment. And we build a very custom front rack with like a quick release bag mount. Hi, Juniper. Hi. Do you want in? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next week. I already have a video kind of rough cut for next week, so this time when I say there will be a video, I'm not lying. Bye! Next up on this travel bike frame, fork, and everything that I rebuilt the fork for yesterday, the customer has a quick release bag, front bag system, and I have this drawing of the measurements that I need. So the bag has these like plastic mounts on it, and then we need a 104 millimeter rod between it, and then I'm gonna hook it up to these bars. And I'm going to, or at least try to use brake mounts. So I'm gonna miter one side for to hold the crossbar, and then one side to hold to mount onto the handlebar itself. So we'll be hard mounting this system so that he can quickly take his bag on and off of these bars, and then there'll be a rack on the fork as well.
Many of them more than once. Sometimes these situations end like this one did. In May of
2005. Okay, so the next step on these bars that we're working on is going to be the black oxide treatment. I use the oxide goop from Castwell. It's this nice, beautiful light blue when it comes out of the pot. It's incredibly toxic, so I usually wear some longer gloves to keep my sleeves clean. And then I find, once you have the bar clean, I find the best way to put this stuff on is actually to scrub it in with like an abrasive cloth like this. I find if you kind of just like paint it on or something, it doesn't quite work as well, whereas when you scrub it on. I'm lucky to have this outside sink because you do need to rinse it off after it sits for a bit. If you're doing it inside, just make sure you got like doors open and you've got a respirator on, because this stuff is truly nasty. When it's going on, you'll see that like where it splashes, it'll start to go darker, but you don't have to worry about that because as the chemical reaction happens, it will even up. And the reason that I like to use this stuff so much, not only does it add a layer of rust protection to the steel, it doesn't react to stainless steel, so my logos and branding really start to pop. The same thing happens with brass. This doesn't have a crossbar, so we can't see that, but it looks really cool with brass too. And you can see already, even just in the couple of seconds it took me to wipe this on, it's already starting to darken up. And I'm going to leave this for like a minute or two to fully set in. We'll rinse it off and then see if we have to do another layer. Okay, now that it's been sitting for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I'm just going to rinse it off with some hot water and see how it's looking. Yeah, I'd say that's looking pretty sick. I'm going to dry it off and then blast it with some clear coat. The one thing with black oxide is it starts to rust pretty quickly after you do the black oxide process. So definitely dry it off, get your paint ready, and hit it right away. Laying on my tools. I'm just laying on my tools. Why don't you lay down somewhere more comfortable? Welcome to it. We got a boat. I got bikes. I got some plants. Is there anything you want in here? Okay, so we're building up another set of bars. This customer, actually a bike shop, Couch and Cycles, is looking for a super high-rise set of bars for a customer. They want 120 mils of rise with 35 or 30 degrees of back sweep. So I might have to try this bar twice. It's one of the tallest bars I've made, and definitely with that much back sweep, it might throw things off. So I started with 40-degree bends on the bottoms. And now I'm going to do the upper bends to get the back sweep and the handlebar shape. So let's see what happens. And that's it for, hard work in the shop. I also just want to say thank you to everyone that's donated to my surgery recovery fundraiser so far. If you haven't heard about it, the art department came up with this beautiful Protect Trans Wizards poster that I'm selling on my website with sliding scale pricing between $20 and $100. And all of the proceeds will be going towards my recovery for gender affirming surgery at the end of the month. There's more information about that on my Instagram or on my last blog. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.